I liked, it was very inspiring. And what she said was, she said, we've done the research, we've found out that Friday and Saturday nights are when a lot of kids are getting killed. And so what we're going to do is we're going to open up the rec centers and the schools and have a place for kids to go on Friday and Saturday nights. And I felt like that's what is a great mayor. You do the research, you connect the dots, you do what you can do.
Good development throughout the city, Arlen.
Elimination of potholes in the city. Okay, those are the top three issues. The top solutions for those issues, the top solution for trees and plants was to have community collaboration with the community potentially purchasing the trees or the plants and the city facilitating the planting or vice versa, some type of community collaboration, as well as cutting tree wells so that people can plant trees. On Lowell Street, the top issues for solutions were constructing sidewalks and planting trees and flowers. And for potholes, there were three things that were really close. One was citizen financing for pothole repairs, some sort of a mechanism, either Friends of Potholes or a bond or something. Following up, the second one was following up with the utility companies that cut in the street to make sure they replace the pavement the way it was before in good condition. And the third one was prioritize the high traffic streets for pothole and street repair. And there were a very, very, very vocal active group that needs to be done and have a voice. To have that done. Also, be mindful that we have to commend our mayor for even showing up and having this forum. We have a long list of concerns that the seniors voiced today, and as a solution to all of this, the mayor has said that all the senior centers she would form to have a committee so the seniors could report back. But it's going to take you working to make that happen. She can't do it alone. And if you want to address Dr. Nguyen, that there's no centers that are being closed.
So, what happened was there were a lot of seniors here, many left before the meeting started because they thought we weren't going to address senior issues. And you know, we responded to the grassroots. This is the grassroots activity today. There is no proposal to close any senior centers in Oakland.
Really, one of the things we learned in our group is people don't know how to access the hotline. We need to get that information out there and make it easier for everyone to report the dangerous spots throughout the city that they are dealing with every day. And then the third solution that we talked about was around traffic calming.
Our top three priorities were: one, city-school collaboration, which is very, very broad, including Parks and Rec, including the library. Number two, early literacy interventions, which are very, very important in closing the achievement gaps. And number three, parent involvement. We were able to spend some time on city-school collaboration as far as specific action steps. And so here are a few of our ideas. One was around using faith-based institutions in the community to support schools, volunteer internship opportunities at the city level for students, parenting classes, mentoring, prosecuting truancy, integrating industries that are focused on science, technology, engineering, and math, collaborating around services and facilities so that we're not overlapping with city services.
They are planning to cut community block grant proposals. A lot of you, if you're crossing guards or maybe Meals on Wheels, a lot of programs are funded out of block grants. The Republicans want to kill the block grants. And they're also killing several senior programs in the senior group.
Arthur, and they're doing donuts. And I think at least 5 or 6 boys have been killed on the corner. We haven't seen anything done. They don't even put yellow tape down anymore. And I'm afraid, and I'm tired of being afraid. I'm tired of paying my taxes and being afraid. And it appears, you know, I'm talking.
more officers that are now doing that type of work to actually be in the street doing police work. Civilians are cheaper than police officers, so it's more cost effective to hire civilians to do administrative work and then redeploy police officers to where we need them to be. So we are supporting that.
Great. Thank you.
Really working with the community and building any bridges or building bridges through any gaps between law enforcement and community. Some of the things I do to address that, which you may have seen, is having my beat officers go out and walk neighborhoods, get out of the police cars, as opposed to just being 911 and response driven, to get out, interact with the communities, introduce themselves, be visible at some of these hotspot locations, talk to the businesses, talk to the residents, provide some safety tips, crime fighting tips that could make folks feel better about themselves, feel better about their community, and feel safer in their community.
Mayor, the issue of the city, Mayor was talking about eliminating the redevelopment agency. And what people don't know, I don't believe redevelopment is that just development. No, it's almost all the affordable housing in the city has been built with redevelopment dollars. And we spend a quarter of all our redevelopment dollars doing affordable housing, and it's what makes Oakland what it is. Because otherwise, Oakland would probably look more like Manhattan, rich people and poor people. We really use our money to make sure that we have senior housing, that we have workforce housing, so that we have a working class in the city still. And that's
the appointments to the Planning Commission have been largely politically based and used as rewards or ways to provide people stepping stones to other. I don't know what's going on there, but these are not people generally who are even interested in real serious planning and zoning issues. They're community people, and I know you have a couple appointments before you, and I want to encourage you and hear what you have to say about getting more professional people who are dedicated to the process and a long-term vision of zoning and planning and the general plan.
Well, let me answer your last question.
Which does long-term projections for the Bay Area. It says that Oakland is one of the 3 cities in the Bay Area that will continue to grow steadily, both in jobs and housing. So the question is for whom? Will those be for Oakland kids? And will we keep the diversity at $4 a gallon? People are more and more going to be looking at things like this. And I'm a boomer. I'm going to retire. There will be someday, 10, 20 years from now, that my kids won't let me drive the car anymore. I'm going to want to be in a beautiful place where I can take public transportation everywhere and can take advantage of the great food and cultural diversity of the city.